Good morning. Good morning, you guys, and happy Tuesday. Q&A Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Okay, who says that word that starts with a T and rhymes with schmooze day? Tuesday or Tuesday?
I only heard one person say it.
Tuesday?
Uh-huh.
My grandma says it too.
Oh. Well, you're also an American.
Okay.
I'm not.
So, how do you spell Tuesday? I mean, now, the English spelling and language is jacked anyways. Like, who decided how to spell vacuum with two U's? That's ridiculous. But, Tuesday. Tuesday, not Tuesdy.
Or D-E-E.
D-E-E. Tuesday. D-I-E.
D-E-E reminds me of...
D-E-E.
Did Do you remember Dexter's Lab?
Step into my laboratory.
Okay, let's say good morning.
Oh my gosh.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, McMary. I like
Tiffany.
it. Oh, that is Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Reminds me of Macklemore. Jessica Brogan.
Jeanette. I can't see lefty. Lauren.
Stephanie. Jessica. Lauren. Molly.
Brittany Burns. Tammy, what's up?
Junalyn. Ivy. Kathy. Andy. Janice. Angela. Jerry. Ronnie.
And okay.
Good morning, you guys, and whoever is in the house that we can't see. Good morning. Good morning.
Did they say anything about Tuesday? Jerry, you know what's the best thing about anyone's mind is when they share it.
Ooh, that's a good quote. Mic drop. Okay.
Morning.
All right.
What are we, just spelling things weird now, guys? Okay.
Why don't we get into
I'm
questions?
gonna make a post that's spelled all kinds of redonkulous, and it's gonna be amazing. Probably gonna be from Boogie because he doesn't know how to spell all the way.
Boogie has his own language.
Today's a Q&A day, guys. So we're gonna take our first question from Nina, I believe. Could be Nina.
I'm pretty sure it's Nina.
Could be Nina. From Boston, Massachusetts.
Nina, that's not a name I normally hear. I wonder if you watch the replays, but welcome.
She asked, what's your opinion on cheese?
Great.
Is it an adequate protein source? Is there too much fat? Would it be considered processed food if I get it packaged at the store? Does that make a difference? This is like 20 questions. Would low fat make it better? Oh, wow, we might spend all day on this one. Context, I love cheese. There was a while where my eating was very little meat dependent on cheese for protein. There was also a while where I tried to be as dairy-free as possible, and it just got so bored with everything I ate. I feel life is just better with cheese, but I don't know the science or trust anyone else to ask. First of all, thank you for trusting us. Okay, let's answer the cheese question. Who likes cheese? I love cheese.
Drop a cheese emoji or a mouse emoji if you like cheese.
Sorry.
Okay, so for one, the bottom line is that you love...
She asked what's our opinion on cheese. I love cheese. That's my opinion. What's your opinion on cheese?
I don't really care for it, no.
She's not even a human. Okay, so I feel like your head
So it seems as if the bottom line, Nina, is that you love cheese. And here's the thing. If you love something, in this case dairy, right, which in a lot of some mainstream diets, you're like, oh, don't eat dairy. The truth is, if cheese makes you happy, then you should keep it in your life. unless you know that the relationship that you have with cheese is going to sabotage you, in a sense that if you're, lactose intolerant, right? Like eating cheese is obviously going to disrupt your gut and you're going to suffer for the rest of the day. So if that is the case, I will say you need to avoid cheese. But if that is not the case and you love cheese, then you should obviously keep it in your life. However, something that's important to remember is that not all cheeses are created equal, okay? So most cheeses are higher in fat. Now, just because it's higher in fat doesn't mean that you should avoid it. It just means that you need to have a set guideline of how much cheese can I eat that won't make me go overboard or won't sabotage my goals, right? So here's the thing about fattier cheeses as well. Because the cheese comes from an animal product, we're talking about, a source of saturated fats. So, when it comes, if any of you guys are either in the Badass Fit Body program or have done our transformations or in the inner circle, from the green, yellow, and red table, right, that when it comes to the fats, the greener fats that you should eat more often are the ones that are more unsaturated. Saturated, I'm not saying that it's bad, okay? Like, don't put things into a box, please, right? However, saturated fats, we recommend that you don't have it as often. So, Molly, I have a couple questions back to you. Like, are you lactose intolerant, right? Do you know how many servings of fat you should have per day? You need to figure out when it comes to your fat intake for the day, based off of that given number, like what guideline are you going to follow with regards to cheese, right? The truth is, for any of you guys, is that if you really love something, you don't have to avoid it, because why avoid something that makes you happy? However, if it is not in full alignment with your goals, then you need to have a set guideline. And that's that. And as far as cheese being a protein source, it's fine. But remember, cheese, unless we're talking about like feta cheese or cottage cheese, right? Like its concentration or the ratio of fat to protein is higher, and therefore I would not consider it like a protein source. Nobody eats hard cheese to get their protein, right? And if that is your intention, then there's way other better protein sources, right? Simply because the ratio of fat to protein, right, is more there's a higher ratio of fat to protein. That's what I'm saying.
So I feel like we have to do an obligatory selfie for those of you who are watching on your computers. Grab your phone. This is going to be epic. Grab your phone. Turn around backwards so that your phone and you and us are showing all in the camera. And we're going to take a picture. We're going to all say, cheese!
Aww. Ready?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Cheese! 3, 2, 1. Cheese! Okay.
Hope you got it. That was great. Post it. Okay, so then would it be considered processed food? To a degree, all cheeses are processed, but there's different degrees. Like if you're buying a Velveeta, Jesus Christ. If you're buying those little
American singles,
my mom would buy those all the time. I do this because it's like a rubber floppy.
Rubber fat.
It's like a floppy disk, except for it's like a flaccid piece of cheese. Okay. Anyways, so moving on.
When it comes to your cheeses, if you're opting for better options, of course, go for the ones that come from like grass-fed cows.
Okay, does low fat make it better?
Not necessarily.
Sometimes low fat means it's more processed.
Right, we're gonna need more information. It really varies on the cheese.
So there's that. Okay, next. What?
No, I think she got the bottom line. I hope you're listening to
I've heard that dairy's not good for you because it's basically sugar. What the heck? Oh, I forgot to read that part.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, there's way worse sugar things than cheese. Does cheese even actually have sugar? There's dairy products with sugar, but it's not the cheese.
So it's normally the ones that are higher in protein, right? The higher the protein, normally the lower the fat. Okay, so those will have lactose. That's why when you guys get Greek yogurt, it does say sugars in it because lactose is a form of sugar. However, you've never heard about somebody getting fat from eating plain Greek yogurt. You did hear about people who have gone fat from eating hard cheese because that is a very concentrated form of saturated fat that's processed to some degree. And let's face it, you probably won't just eat hard cheese by itself. There comes the crackers with it, the wine, all those fancy little things. But Nina, I think you got the main point of that.
This is not a question about nutrition or anything. Cindy Logan, if you're watching this, reach out to admin@improveyonutrition.com and ask this question so we can answer that there. Okay, Felicia from Alberta. Do you adapt your nutritional plans for vegetarians/vegans?
Yep.
No matter your eating preference or your dietary preferences, you should be, like Sarit was saying about the cheese, is like, if you like a certain way of doing something or you choose to eat a certain way, you should be able to do that. And there's 100% ways to reach your goals doing that. There are other challenges that come with that, but it's definitely something that's doable.
Mm-hmm. You're given guidelines. You're not being told what to eat simply because if we were to tell you what to eat, because some people are lactose intolerant, some people are vegans, vegetarians, pescatarians, right? Like, for one, we want to give you the fishing rod so you know how to fish, right? For two, like, if we put you in a box, nobody is ever going to get anywhere.
Okay, so I'm going to say, if you guys have more than one question that are related to two different topics, like the cheese one was good because it was all about the same thing. But if you have two completely different questions, just submit two different forms so that we can get to other people too, rather than doing multiple questions on one form. So that's just a side note. We're going to get to the next question. Danica, I believe.
Danica.
Oh, Danica. Oh, well, there's no I in front of the A.
Tuesday.
Dinosaur.
Tuesday.
From Washington State. We're going to answer Dinosaur's question. Okay. Can I drink coffee first thing in the morning and then not eat until noon? Because this is my habit. Is it killing my metabolism? Also, what should I put in my coffee?
That's a really good question.
Do you want
to take it?
So there's always questions to your questions. Now, if that's something that you do consistently, you're pretty much intermittent fasting. Unless you're putting some kind of sugary, crappy creamer in your coffee, then you're not. So in that case, there would actually be scientific benefits. If it's a habit and if you are consistent doing that all the time.
And not sabotaging yourself later.
Yes, if your eating is clean. So you can't just not eat until noon and then eat a bunch of like cheeseburgers or burritos or nachos or fried whatever and like garbage for the rest of the time, because it kind of defeats the purpose of the intermittent fasting. So there's a couple ways you could go about it. Either, yes, do that, but make sure that your eating is clean. If that's truly what you love, what works best for your schedule, what you actually enjoy doing, then great, that's fine. But the problem lies when the food that we're eating isn't helping us with our overall health or helping us get to our goals, because it's defeating the purpose of intermittent fasting. So in that case, I would say work with the schedule that works best for you, but regardless, make sure the food that you're eating is cleaner, wholer foods.
Yeah. And with regards to the question of is it crashing my metabolism, it could be. There's so many variables that go into, you know, boosting your metabolism, but the biggest one is, you know, the amount of muscle mass you have in the body. I would say your metabolism will be most protected when you have a higher muscle mass ratio. Now, if you have less muscle, then, you know, chances are that you are slowing down your metabolism. However, just like in anything that we do, you have to look at the big picture, right? In the sense that if sticking to that routine is helping you to stay consistent, then
stick to that routine.
Does it actually matter? Not really, because consistency is everything, right? But yeah.
Yeah, it's like whatever you can be the most consistent with and eat clean, then that is your best bet. Because every single person's different. For some people, they would go crazy trying to do that.
Yeah.
And if they tried, then would end up turning into a shit show. So, yeah. And what should I put in my coffee?
Great question.
That depends on what you would like. But our recommendations, if you like it black, you can drink black. If you want it sweet, we use some kind of stevia, like a more natural sweetener, not like a Splenda or like actual white sugar or anything like that, which also goes along with any kind of basically, what's that brand? Coffee Mate. Coffee Mate anything.
Coffee Mate anything,
is
Natural
garbage.
Bliss anything. Look at the number of ingredients that are in there.
If it looks like a science project under the ingredients list, ditch it.
Yeah, so, you know, to answer your question, like, look, my thing is almond milk. I just do, like, you know, I do a shot of espresso. I do French press with a stevia and almond milk steamed, right? Erin does organic grass-fed half and half. It's really a matter of preference. If your intention is to intermittent fast, actually, then you need to drink it black, because for as long as you put anything in your coffee, your body is no longer in a fasted state. So just make sure to know that. Like I know so many people who are like, I'm intermittent fasting. Meanwhile, they're drinking like coffee made in their coffee. I'm like, but do you know that you just like surged your insulin? And that's when you're really crashing your metabolism. But you know, that's why it's important to really know all the details and just understand the context and the broad overview, because otherwise, if you take just like different tips without knowing the full picture, then you're just gonna run in circles, really like chasing your tail and not going anywhere. So Danica, we hope you found that helpful.
Okay, from Jenny from Scotland.
Yes.
I probably said that with a terrible accent, but she would like to not spend her day doing endless sit-ups and crunches with very little results. Can you help me?
Nice.
What is the goal? Why are you doing sit-ups and crunches? My guess is that you want some kind of abs or less fat around your midsection. So we're going to answer the question as though that is the response, because that's why most people do sit-ups or crunches. And
Especially if they do it all day.
And abs are made in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Your body fat goes away because of what you eat, not as much so because of what you do. There are definitely ways to make your core stronger, but to notice results makes me think that you're going for less body fat or more of a defined midsection.
Yeah.
So that's going to come down to your nutrition. So if you're spending a lot of time and energy doing things that aren't really helping with the actual goal, I would say reach out to either myself or Tammy to see maybe what direction we can point you in to help you with your nutrition, because something's off there.
Mm-hmm. And I want to point out something to each and every one of you guys. Like, if you're doing something for a very long time, right, and you're not benefiting from it, something is off. Okay, now I don't mean that if you've been eating clean for 1 week or 2 weeks and you haven't dropped 5 pounds, then something is off. No. With some of you guys, like, we need to stop the fan before the fan starts moving forward, right? But like, if you've been doing, it sounds as if, Jenny, you've been doing like, it sounds like you've been doing sit-ups for at least a couple of months.
I'm pretty sure Jenny is the accountability buddy of our friend who made the video about Josephine. What is her name?
Oh, yes.
What is her name?
Laura.
Right now? Laura, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think they are the ones that always are posting together their videos, which is epic, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So you're consistent with your workouts, which is great. But if you're still struggling to see results in regards to your body fat, it's going to be nutritional, or stress, or sleep, or something, or all of the above.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Maybe 1 or 2 more. Sandra from Texas asks, Kombucha, your thoughts?
I love it. Let me guess, you're in the military. I swear, in the military, they train them, how can you speak with the least amount of words possible? Which I kind of love, because that makes things go so much more efficiently. But I feel like normally women do everything that they can to add as many words as possible. And it's like, if there is a woman that like ever answers with like 3 to 5 words, I'm like, you're in the military. And 80% of the time they're like, yes, how'd you know? I'm like, you barely use any words. It's that simple.
What are your goals? Well, you see, when I was 3, it's amazing. I've been on the phone with people, legit, we'll just talk for like 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What are your goals? Well, you see, when about 10 years ago, we need some backstory, it seems. So,
Which we do.
okay, yeah, it's true, but it's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so kombucha, your thoughts? By the way, thanks for the question, Sandra.
So for one, kombucha as a whole is great for gut health. However, most kombuchas are not created equal. Okay, most kombuchas out there nowadays are basically kind of like sodas that are better for your gut. Okay, so what you need to do, if you enjoy kombucha and the fizz, and like you want to add more benefits to your gut health, is to pick out the ones that have the least amount of sugar possible. Okay, so like normally our recommendation would be 6 grams of sugar or less per 8 fluid ounces. Which, if you were to go to the grocery store, you will see that most of them are anywhere like from 9 and up. Okay?
And that's normally 1 out of the 2 servings that are in the bottle.
Right. So
And
that
who
adds
drinks half a
up.
bottle?
That adds up real quick to like 30 grams of sugar, which is basically like almost the same amount, if not more, as a can of Coke. And some of you guys are like, oh my gosh,
It is a better quality. However, it's like if your goals are to gain weight and to
your goal is to gain weight,
then it would be good to drink it. I wouldn't even say gain weight, because it's not. What I mean by weight is like in general, not just fat, but like it's calories that are unnecessary because they don't really fill you up or do anything significant in regards to your satiation.
no nutritional value.
Yeah. I mean, there's nutritional value, but the amount of value per what you don't need is eh.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just go with the lower sugar ones.
Mm-hmm. Cool. All right, next question. So, Sandra, we hope you're clear.
Jerry. I saw Jerry in here, I think.
Yeah, from Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Just in case you guys were wondering, fun fact, the Hanson brothers are from Oklahoma. So I'm starting this Airborne 30-day challenge. If this were, this is like a horror movie right now. You know that music when it's like
Let's
something
keep
bad.
reading the question.
Okay. I'm starting this Airborne 30-day challenge today. It was just wanting your input about how you feel about it. Question answered, maybe. Plus, do you guys have a site where you can buy your shirts, tank tops, merchandise to help get the word about how awesome this program is? Jerry, you're so sweetie. Okay, so second question answered. It will be available online, and we know that there is a lot of desire for how cool these are. Oh, it's probably upside down and backwards. But not available yet. But you guys will be sure to know when the merch is for perch. Did you hear that?
Yep.
Am I funny?
It was.
Am I really funny?
Yeah, you are.
Merch for perch. That's what the post is gonna say. Guys, attention! Merch for perch. Click below.
So Jerry, I want to ask you back a question. I'm looking up what is the Arbonne 30-day challenge. Okay, the 30-day program enhances nutritional intake by focusing on a routine of whole foods coupled with vegan protein shakes and select nutritional supplements. Arbonne's, it kind of sounds like the Isagenix thing.
Yep.
Arbonne's program utilizes plant-based, vegan, cruelty-free, formulated without gluten, essential ingredients. So here is my issue with a program like that. It sounds as if it's something that's pretty similar to what Isagenix is doing.
I want to ask whoever's watching right now, if you've done that challenge, can you give us like what your thoughts are, what your outcome was, or from somebody who's actually done it? And then if you've done any other kind of 30-day program that involved you taking shakes and supplements that were like mandatory for the 30-day thing. Would love to know what your guys' thoughts are on that, because we haven't actually done it, but we can tell you what our thoughts are.
I would love to know more about it. Okay, hold on. Our holistic approach to wellness starts by clean ingredients and great habits, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this 30-day program enhances nutritional intakes by focusing on our routine. Okay, we encourage the inclusion of nutrient. Okay. It still doesn't tell me shit, but I do feel like knowing what Arbonne is, right? They're just trying to get you to buy their products. And by the way, it says here less than $9 a day for a 30-day challenge. That's almost $300. I think
for 30 days.
I think it's pretty ridiculous, considering the fact that I don't think it teaches. It doesn't seem like it teaches you any tools, right? It's like what happens after the 30 days are gone. It's like you become dependent on their products.
Exactly, which is the business model, I'm sure.
Right.
But yeah, it like anything that you do for 30 days is like, what's the purpose of doing that for 30 days? Not necessarily bad, right? It doesn't mean it's bad, because it's only 30 days. But the purpose is like, what does it teach you to go, and can you be successful then beyond that without being dependent on the thing? That's the goal. Is, do you want to be, whatever program, this is actually a really great question, whatever program you're doing, whatever 30-day thing, if it's paleo or keto or Arbonne or Isagenix or whatever 30-day thing you're doing, can you take those principles and then apply them for the rest of your life independently of anybody or anything else? In 30 days, the answer is probably no. Just because 30 days simply isn't long enough to build habits, which is why when we do our inner circle, we have a minimum requirement of 12 weeks.
Because we teach habits. So Jerry, to also answer your question and to really help you put things into perspective, it seems as if you're very committed to your goals. However, you're following like some misleading things that they haven't exposed to you how much you're actually about to spend if you do want to stay on track. Just saying. So let's say if it's about $9 a day, right? In order for you to keep on seeing the results that they're promising, you're going to need to take their products. For the first year, that's $3,285, right? But of course, if we're talking sustainability, you're going to need to do it for the rest of your life.
But you could work with us one-on-one for $6,000 for an entire year.
So for the rest of your life, we're actually talking about this amount.
Oh shit, 165K.
So the reason why I want to bring to you guys these numbers is because, you know, when we get inquiries for the inner circle, and somebody doesn't commit, I'm like, the biggest thing that's holding you back is your train of thought, because you're actually making a small investment that's going to increase your value for the rest of your life. And you pay one payment up front. Yes, it's an investment, right? It's not $100, it's more than that, right? But like, you're gonna be set for life. Meanwhile, a company like Arbonne, right? That is their business model, right? To get you to be a lifelong customer, right? They're like less than $9 a day. They do this 30-day challenge. Their whole point is really to get you to keep on buying their products past 30 days. Because then you get to 30 days, you're like, oh my gosh, I got decent results. What do I need to do now, right? You're only going to continue doing what already works, which means, okay, another month renewal.
Yeah. So the other thing too is, you said for the rest of your life, that's $150,000 almost, right? That's not including the price of the whole foods and things that they suggest that you eat. Look, when they map it out, it actually sounds good, right? It's like, we encourage you to eat whole foods, but also they're encouraging you to want to take their products forever, which any company, if they have a good business model and they're running a business, will get you to do, right? The question you have to ask yourself is, putting this stuff in my system for the rest of my life the best thing for me? Does it teach me the habits that I need to be successful long term, right? So those are the questions to ask. Okay, so Ivy, yes, it was fairly good. If the person is organizing is a nutritionist, I'm not sure if that's in regards to that. I haven't done the Isagenix program, but I used, okay. Hated it because it was just to follow taking these meals and saw results, but didn't reach anything and didn't like the taste.
Yep.
I'm going through it before purchasing finishing that. I've done Isagenix, lost 18 pounds in 1 month, but gained it back after I started eating food again. Weird.
Do you guys know that we got approached multiple times by Isagenix people? They're like, oh my gosh, we love the community that you guys have. And I said, no, let's stop there. Like, because we're about protecting you guys, seriously. Like, Isagenix products, like if you drink an Isagenix shake, it's not bad, but the way that they teach you to be dependent on, for one, don't eat, you only need to drink shakes, and for two, to be dependent on supplements when supplements are meant to supplement your diet, not to be the foundation of it, is something that I have a really hard time with, especially knowing that you guys, come to this community after having tried at least 10 things. Like, this is not your first rodeo. And it's programs like that that just...
Yeah, so I would, you know what, I wish that you would have asked before. But, okay, so if you guys are planning to do a 30-day anything, whatever, ask us first. Like, some of them could be good, right? But it always comes down to the intention. Always comes down to what's the intention, and is it going to set you up for success long term? That's always what we're about. And I know that you got it and you were hoping it was going to help you detox a little bit, but any kind of processed stuff that you're putting in, I have a hard time understanding how that will detox something. But
normally if you just increase your nutrient density when you are used to eating burgers and shit, it's going to clean your liver out. So I mean, to what degree of detox we're talking about is a different story, but it is to some degree.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So who wants to do like a 30-day something? Like who wants to do like, actually X Endurance has that in motion movement where you don't have to pay anything if you don't want to. Actually, you can just do, I think it's 21 days. 21 days? In motion movement. I think it's 21 days. And if you guys want to like do something that you're not already doing, or you feel lost or whatever, and you were like, yeah, I want to do 20-day in motion movement, you do have the option to like purchase something, but then it like enters you into drawing to win $1,000, which they give away like every week. So that's pretty epic. You know, and if you wanted to try it, then it's cool because it gives you like, I think is it samples? I'm not sure. We can give you more information, but anyways, that would be a cool thing to do because you can do it with us and we can walk you through it and we can coach you on what elements of this and can you use for the future so you can be successful long term, and what elements of this do you need to use caution with, right? So doing something like that with us so that we can help walk you guys through it. Also posting the page, have that community, like, yeah, I don't know. Let me know if you guys want to do that.
Tammy can do a poll later.
Yeah.
Jerry, but to answer your question, like you've already invested in it. So here's what I would do if I were you. Just get it done. You're probably going to see some results from it. However, remember the fact that unless you're planning on being like, dependent on supplements for, you know, a partial part of your nutrition, not for supplementation, but as part of your nutrition program, then it's not going to be sustainable. My only thing for you is, you know, start figuring out what is going to be your gateway plan after 30 days. The thing is with most 30-day programs, aside from the 28-day Metabolic Reset program that we have, because we teach you 4 foundational habits in those 4 weeks, is that because they make you rely on products, like once the 30 days are over, you're like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do? So you go back to your old habits. And it's cool that, you know, like you can, because they are pretty strict with how, you know, these programs operate, though it is cool that you do get some pretty good results, some of which could be actually gnarly, you're going to gain it all back in the next 30 days. So as far as I'm concerned, what's the point of investing, let's say $250 in a 4-week program if within 8 weeks you're going to go back to the status quo? So just plan in advance what you plan on doing afterwards. Of course, if you have any other questions, then please feel free to either reach out to us or Tammy, and we'll be happy to guide you in the right direction.
Yeah, I see a lot of comments on I struggle with nutrition and what's the inner circle about. And thank you, Inner Circle homies, for posting about that, or commenting about that. Maureen, I saw yours. If you guys feel like you're struggling with nutrition, you're a little bit lost, you don't know where to start or where to transition to, or you feel like you've stalled, or what else? You've tried 1,000 things and you're starting to lose hope.
You feel like you're going in a downward spiral and you don't know how to get yourself out of it.
Yeah, please just send me a private Facebook message, and we'll chat about it. I will tell you right now, the Inner Circle is an investment. Probably one of the best investments you could ever make in yourself. And we talk about investing in you all the time. So if you're open-minded to that, send me a Facebook message. We can chat about it. No matter what, guys, we want to lead you in the right direction. We want to lead you in the direction that is best for you. Inner Circle is not for everybody. The transformation is not for everybody, right? The Ultimate Transformation Academy is not for everybody. So no matter what, we have something for everyone though. So if you're struggling, reach out and we'll find what the best place is for you, okay? Yeah. I was one of those people, almost backed out because money scared me. Oh, Katie, yeah, for real. Sometimes it just takes some real talking. Yep. Oh, wow, okay. Thank you everybody
Jerry,
for
you're
all of
so
your
sweet.
for all of your kind words. Like I'm feeling like overwhelmed with the amount of amazingness that you guys have in this live. I do Shakeology with my nutrition. That's like
I think
similar.
Shakeology is the same thing, but it's Beachbody.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what they're about.
I love challenges. I'll do your 30-day wellness challenge again. Which one was that? We've done a couple
28-day Metabolic Reset. Tammy, can you do us a favor and drop the link for the Metabolic Reset?
I do Lady Boss shakes daily, but I'm slowly cutting it out so I can rely on good nutritional. Nice.
Good. Yeah, those ones are not very nutrient dense.
Those are.
I've seen things.
Those are very much for flavor, not for performance or for
function,
nutrient quality. Okay. I want to be like, love you, Kaylin, but your shakes suck. Okay. 100% improved health. Okay. After I do this program, I'm gonna do y'all's nutrition. Okay. So why after you do that program? I wonder. What could you do in those 30 days with us that you wouldn't be able to do in those 30 days with Arbonne?
Amen.
Just asking. Okay. My guess is because that you want to just use it because you already bought it.
Yeah.
But I would say you buy it and then waste 30 days, or buy it, you already bought it anyways. Don't waste the 30 days. I don't know. Save your money on other programs. Inner Circle's where it's at. Whoop, whoop. Hey, so you guys are absolutely amazing. I saw a couple yeses on the movement, the In Motion movement challenge, but I didn't see a ton. So we're not going to do it if you guys don't want to do it, but we will if you want to. So Tammy, you can make a post or a poll or something that says who wants to do a 20-day movement challenge. ImproveYourSolutions.com/fun, /fun, FUN.
Wait, for Metabolic Reset?
Yeah, no, /fun, Metabolic Reset.
Hold on. That's not fun. Fun is for the right.
I think it's /reset. I'm pretty sure
I think
it's
so too.
/reset. ImproveYourSolutions.com /reset.
It is
for the Metabolic
/reset.
So that's cool because there's four weeks of video coaching in there that kind of take you through habits, which is cool. That's like the very non-personal way.
If you did the Metabolic Reset with us in, when was it? I think March. And you got amazing results, drop it in the comments. I think, I know Tammy did it, Jeanette did it, Nikki Johnson did it.
There's a lot of people, but it was a long time ago too.
Yeah.
Okay. Can't afford any program right now. Thanks for all you do. Hey, keep tuning in, but my question would be, can you afford not to do any program? And if you really feel like you can't, then just keep watching these videos. They're very helpful, and someday you'll figure out the way. I'll do any challenge you ladies throw down, in my opinion. /reset, direct link, my bad, multitasker, yep. Okay, and the rise above is /fun. Okay, so you guys have been amazing. That concludes today's Q&A. Do you have anything else you'd like to say?
Get this shit out of my face. Okay, you guys, so tomorrow, back to our money conversations. We hope that you enjoyed today's Q&A. It seems as if those Q&A days are becoming very popular. So we're very happy to know that you guys are finding great value in that. Remember, if you do benefit from watching this show, then, pay it forward in the sense of, once you get the email, share it. Or if you're like, this page is awesome, then invite some people. Remember, we are on a mission to transform the lives of millions through the same movement, nutrition, and lifestyle habits that have transformed ours. We are here to help you get on the right path and stay on the right path, and everybody else in your community. Imagine if each and every one person in the group right now would invite only one person. We will have 7,000 people in the group.
More.
If you only went out of your way to invite one person, which will take literally 5 seconds. So if you can do us that small favor and just pay it forward. You're like, you know what, today on the conversation, I thought about Margaret because she loves cheese, but she has a really bad relationship with it. Send her the video and say, hey, you need to be a part of this group, right? Like, I have so much fun listening to them, and if it's not for us, we know that you love Boogie. So
Cindy, welcome to the community. Hopefully
Yes.
this is the best thing ever in your whole life. I've already seen like 3 messages come through, so I'm gonna be getting to those. But like Sarit said, if you guys love this, please share. That's all we ask, is that you guys first focus and pay attention and better yourself, and then invite your friends to do the same.
Amen to that.
All right.
We hope you have a beautiful day, and we will see you tomorrow for Hump Day Conversation.
Namaste.
Bye.